Playing Counter-Strike 2 can be extremely difficult because at the end of the day, every single game, every single match that you get into, you're going to face against different stuff, and no game is ever the exact same. Today, I'm going to give you some advice on how to be more consistent overall and find solutions to problems that you're seeing in the game, because at the end of the day, your problem solving skills are going to be what makes or breaks you as an individual, and it's going to determine how far you can progress in this game. So I'm going to give you my professional advice. Before I get into that, I do have to give you my unprofessional advice about Counter-Strike 2 skins and how to get some insane stuff if you are looking to get into that sort of thing. So
thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, COJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
So let's look at T side in Counter-Strike 2, but this concept applies to both CT and T. But T side, I like to think about it, it's a little bit easier to understand. We're gonna have to understand how to play the game multiple ways, because think about it. There might be some games where as a T side player, you can literally just swing out here and destroy your opponents, just play these angles and destroy them, win the round, do your stuff like this, and it's so easy, it's so free, good game, GG's. But you're not always going to be able to do that, right? And that seems obvious, but a lot of you guys don't understand this on a deeper level, right? So there's some games where swinging outside is literally all we have to do to win. You know, maybe we have an op, all we have to do is just kill this guy. But what are you going to do when you have a player that is instantly posting here and is, you know, has hands, is decent? You're gonna lose, right? So that's where we have to be able to adapt and understand these kind of things and start throwing our outside wall, right? So when we start to see that, that's when we're really going to have to throw these smokes like this, do something similar to this, and now we are expanding. We're problem solving because the problem is the opper in big garage outside and us missing smokes because I'm rushing. And the solution is these smokes though, right? So now we have solved that problem. But here's where the layers come in. Now you do that might work for one round, but now they're nading open the smokes and spamming you and, you know, doing whatever. So now we got to take it a step further and be like, okay, they're going to nade it open, so we have to sit behind red. As soon as they nade it open, we wait for it and then we swing, right? Or with these smokes, we're going to throw a fake. We're going to throw these smokes, have one guy out here distracting, maybe shooting through smokes, doing stuff like that. We're going to 4-man group ramp while that's going on, right? So do you see how, like, we have to constantly find solutions to these problems we're facing? If you think about it that way, it becomes very easy, right? And so in different games, you're going to have different problems that you're going to have to face. Like I said, in this situation, now we have a really good opera outside. If I'm in a game where they don't know what they're doing outside, we're going outside. If I'm in a game where they have no clue what they're doing inside, we're going to go mid to late round inside or just rush inside every time, right? Like, we're going to really pressure them and stress them. But here's again where the layers come in. So once you recognize those problems, if you're playing a good player, they're doing the same thing, right? So now they recognize that they're shutting down your outside, and they're gonna be like, guys, okay, we're shutting down outside very easy. We need to start stacking ramp. And that's where this like chess game comes in, where like you are going one place, but they can predict it and they do that. So that's where like being able to be unpredictable and having confidence in your own plays means everything, right? And that's why also, like I said, these wall smokes, like faking outside, faking the stuff, is such a good idea because you're really making them uneasy and it's really hard for them to predict what you're doing. And at the end of the day, guys, being aggressive and being assertive is generally going to be the solution when you're, you know, not sure how to break through somewhere. If you just go in a pack on your T side and just do that, it's going to be extremely solid. Let's look at the CT side briefly and like kind of explain how you can do stuff like this. Say you know, you're playing a team that is going ramp every single round. Your ramp player is just getting destroyed. He feels like there's just nothing he can do and he's getting ran over. Well, we're going to solve that problem, and then we're going to send an opper to post on ramp early, right? Maybe back here, maybe behind the box, whatever angle he wants to hold. We're going to have a ramp op, or we're going to boost someone up or do a ramp setup. A lot of players just kind of accept defeat. As soon as something starts happening, they just accept defeat and they don't think ahead as to what they're going to do in the future. They think, oh, this guy destroyed me. What a crazy shot, man. Well, I mean, he hit a nice shot, but you were playing it very bad, and he's playing ahead of what you're doing, right? He's predicting you, he's doing these things. When you're able to think rounds ahead, that's how you're able to actually win matches consistently and grow as a player and push your level higher. You're going to get higher and higher up in the scene, and you're going to have to play against people that are thinking the same exact way like that. They know that you're sprinting outside, so an inner player now is going to start secret from vents or from ramp, and he's going to get into a position as you're running down where he's going to farm you, right? So when I'm playing the game, I'm constantly in my head thinking about all these possibilities, and this comes with experience and time. But say I'm doing a play where, like, you know, I'm rushing vents, I'm nading door myself, throwing a smoke here, getting down vents, and say I make it down, right? Blah, blah, whatever. In my head, I have a timer. I know that when I did this, I just cut off this rotation. Nobody's going to follow me. Nobody can be down from outside, really. Like, that's not a possibility, especially if you have teammates out there. The only person I have to worry about now is the ramp player. So when you start to get these timings in your head, you understand, okay, I'm going to come out here and, you know, usually we don't have an op here. Okay. I'm going to come out here and pre-aim ramp. Why? Because that is my only place they can be. As the round progresses and as the round goes farther and farther, there's going to be more spots where people can be. And that's also why masking your noise and, you know, getting yourself dug into really good spots is so good in this game, right? So, like, say we're doing these outside smokes again, early round as a T. You have a read that you think they're heavy inside and ramp or down secret. Maybe you just have a teammate flash you into garage, or you just walk through the smoke silently. But if we get into this position here where we're in garage, now we can just sit here and let the round play out, let the round go, and we're in such a big power spot that we're just listening. We're just using our ears to listen to the noise, the rotations. Maybe we hear people down secret, and we can really win the round based on that. Even at level 10, guys, at level 10, you can just sit in a spot. You can literally sit blacktop right here. You could just sit on top of this, use your ears, and be like, okay, there's 2 guys on A right now. I just heard a guy rotate into heaven. There's 3A. Ramp is really weak right now if you guys want to explode out ramp. And you can sit there and kind of direct these plays because you're like, boom, 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 right? Like, you're like, okay, I hear this, so go here. Or I hear this, and, you know, we're going to do this. Or one of the best things players do is they're the door lurk here, right? And doors always constantly smoked off. Have your teammates outside. And, oh, 1 drop vents, 2 drop vents. And what I always do, like, if I hear, like, multiple people dropping, I'll make my play out here. Or if you're inside hut, you can hear that same thing, dropping vents. Guys, go back up secret and let's split A through mini, right? So you just tell your teammates, okay, I hear them dropping vents because they hear you guys down here. Now we're going to curveball it, go up through mini, you know, obviously take these fights, and split A now. Having these different branches and being able to be proactive, reactive, all these different things, and, like, read the game this way is how you're going to win. A lot of it comes with experience, guys, but genuinely, one of the biggest mistakes I see newer players making is just making too much noise. Instead of just sitting here quietly in lobby, they're jumping down here mid-round. They're, like, you know, accidentally making a noise, or they're, like, shooting mid-round. Well, now you're never going to catch someone off rotating because you just gave yourself away. You guys, like, a lot of players just aren't sneaky enough. If they get into a big garage, like, instead of just, like, walking through here once they're in this, like, power spot, obviously, like, this will be smoked or whatever. Instead of, like, walking here and doing this, they're running. They're, like, running and then they stop. Well, it's too late. This guy literally, the CT that's down here hears you up there. Like, giving this information away is just the worst thing I see new players making. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. We bounced around a lot. There's a lot of good stuff, but this is genuinely one of the best ways to improve at the game. If you want to see me play live, go ahead and check out my twitch.tv/CojomoCS. Subscribe to my channel and check out the videos on your screen right now. Appreciate all of you guys. See you in the next episode later.